So I feel like it's a bit of a rite of passage for me as a YouTuber to make a how I make my videos kind of video. But I've also noticed that there's already a lot of videos out there of like how to make sort of the standard sit and talk to the camera type video. So I thought instead I could go over how I make my poem videos. So if you want to make your own poem videos or you're just curious about the process, this is the video for you, my friend. The first thing I do is actually sit down and write the poem. Surprise, surprise. I generally write my poems out in this handy dandy notebook here rather than type them out because I prefer to read them right from the book than from a computer screen when I'm reciting them. Just a preference thing. The poems usually come to me pretty organically. I might have a topic in mind that I want to speak about, or I might have like a line that sort of just comes into my head and I write it down and then it just turns into a whole poem. Poem writing in itself is like its whole own process, so I won't go into too much detail in that, but my poems are pretty simple, usually pretty short. They're usually free verse, so they're honestly like not that challenging for me to write, and I've always been a poet, I've always written them, so yeah. So then I go out and actually film footage that's directly related to the poem itself. I generally don't want to have just random unrelated visuals to go in the video because I think it's much more powerful if what I'm saying can tie into the visual aspects of it. Then I record myself reciting the poem like 3 to 4 times and take the best recitation or the best parts and piece them together in order to form the audio component. And then comes the editing, where most of the work happens. I edit the visuals and audio together. I might add some music. I might add some effects. I do my color correction. I try to make the whole video kind of seamless and smooth so that there's nothing distracting the viewer from the art, basically. This part just takes a lot of practice and experimentation in order to get from it what you want, and I still feel like I have work to do in this area. I feel like I'm always going to be trying new things and just sort of generally improving my editing skills. In terms of keeping things kind of seamless, the audio can be a real challenge. Having the audio kind of cut in and out can be a little bit jarring for the listener, so I try to apply effects and sort of transitions to make that more smooth. Sometimes when I'm recording my poems, I get a little too close to my mic and I speak a little too loud, and then it sort of breaks through and I say something and it just goes like, and so that can be frustrating because the only way to really fix that is to go re-record and not have that happen. Ultimately, I would love to have a different microphone, and I can't afford one right now, but eventually I would like to save up and get something just different from the mic that I currently have, because it would make the poem videos just a lot easier. Another thing that I do is try to keep things on beat, and so I might change the visual when I start speaking or stop speaking, or I might change it with a change in the music, because I think that can be really pleasing for the audience to sort of have like the audio and the visuals kind of correspond like that. And that can be a little challenging sometimes because sometimes it's easy to set something like that up and then sometimes it just doesn't seem to work. So again, it's just all about practice. So after the editing's all done, I export it, upload it, make sure it's captioned, and then put it out there in the world. And that's how I do my poem videos. If you found this video interesting or helpful in any way, I would love to know down in the comments. Also, if you have any tips to add, I'd love to know those as well. And as always, wherever you are in life, I hope you're learning as much as you can. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, goodbye. I am literally writing a literal poem right now. Thanks for asking. Yep. Such good poetry. Yes, so good. Very nice. Oh no. Whoop-uh-oh, bro. Oh, Benji is when you're editing. Yes, brahahaha. Whoopee. Oh no, bro. Ooh.